guys, this is Ashley back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on post notifications. And we definitely have a lot to discuss. Now, Nicki Minaj, unfortunately, her Pink Friday 2 album has left the album 200 chart. Pink Friday 2 has officially departed from the chart despite going number 1. And she did 228,000 first week. Now, even though Pink Friday 2 have left the charts, I think this was a great opportunity, like I said a few weeks ago, for Nicki to release a single. Okay? I think that Nicki could definitely use this to her advantage and release a fire single with a music video, playlisting, radio out the gate when the single drops. And then on top of that, this could help promote her second leg tour for Pink Friday 2 because she's going back on tour in September, okay? And no shade, this is Republic's fault. You know, they didn't give Nicki a big push. And I feel like she didn't have music videos. She barely had radio. She had radio for like 2 songs. But there's way more hits on the album than 2 songs. FTCU and everybody weren't just the only hits on that album. Okay? She definitely could have pushed Pink Friday Girls for the summer. You know, that would have been great. And put out a remix, you know, possibly with Katy or a really big pop star. To push that on the charts. That would have been a good look. So, you know, Republic dropped the ball, in my opinion. But Nicki could definitely reroute this and drop a new single and, you know, top the charts again. Okay? And also, I'm still listening to Pink Friday 2. You know, Let Me Calm Down. To me, that's one of the best songs on the album. I listen to that probably every single day. R&B also is a fire single. I'm listening to Pink Friday 2. I don't care if it left the charts or not. It's still a really good album to me. I really don't care what anybody else thinks about it. Now, despite Nicki Minaj leaving album chart with Pink Friday 2, Pink Friday 2 is still topping the charts on iTunes on the rap chart. Currently, Eminem is number 1. JT's at 2 and 3. And Megan's album's at number 5. Okay? And Megan, her album just came out. And Nicki's still, you know, doing more sales than her on iTunes. But, you know, she's still on the album chart. So congratulations to Nicki Minaj on that. And like I said before, I'm still listening to Pink Friday 2. Okay? I really do enjoy that album. You know, the only thing Nicki was really missing was music videos and a proper push, you know. But like I said before, Republic dropped the ball. Okay? I don't even understand how Nicki still signed to Republic because they don't really do anything for her. Like ever. Okay? But this is the time, like I said, drop a new single with a proper push and she can go number 1. Now, D0JA has 2 albums on the Billboard album chart. Megan is currently at number 22 on the album chart. Glorilla is at number 70. And Sexy We Trust is at 117. Planet Her at number 144. Scarlet at number 148. And The Hood Hottest Princess by Sexy Red at number 196. So Sexy and D0JA Cat got 2 albums, you know, on the album chart. And I'm like, how is Planet Her still on the album chart? Goodness gracious. But low-key, I've always said this, and I will continue to say this. D0JA Cat, Planet Her is like a classic album for her. Okay? That's her, like, thriller. I don't think she'll ever put out a better album than Planet Her ever in her life again. Okay? She can try, you know, because she's going back to pop her next era. She can try, but I don't think she'll be able to do it. Now, moving on to Botch and Bitter. Of course, she goes off on a fan. And on top of that, gets caught stalking Icespxce. So, of course, Botchin' Pregnant responds to a fan that was spitting on her wax figure that allegedly was in the art museum for strippers. Okay, so they were spitting on her wax figure, and she said, but when I said be a boy, okay, she'd been telling a lot of her haters to be boys instead of women. Then a fan said that was being homophobic, and she says, stop with the fake homophobia BS. I'm not homophobic. I don't care what the F you like or who you F or suck or eat, but be an effing boy. You a grown man spitting on a wax figure of me. I wouldn't allow no straight man buck on me ever. And if you suck D like me, you are not bucking at me neither. And that's just me. Okay, so that's how she responded. It seems as though she be going off all week. And the thing is, it's not helping her music career because the Rob 49 collaboration continues to flop. Then she accidentally posted a picture of herself in the studio, and she showed her camera roll, and there's a picture of Icespxce in her camera roll. A lot of fans were wondering, why did she take a picture of Icespxce? And I told y'all before, it's because Icespxce is Cardi B's replacement in the industry. Okay? She's keeping her friends close and her enemies closer. She found a new stalker. At least it's not Nicki Minaj anymore. Remember, she used to have Nicki Minaj's documentary and pictures in her phone. And, you know, she would accidentally post it on social media. So it's not really shocking to me. She found a new victim. And I think she probably feels some type of way because Icespxce is putting out an album and she's still stuck on her first album. Her and Icespxce going to be neck to neck when it comes to albums. Okay? So she keeping tabs on her replacement. Especially when she's on the verge of getting shelved. Okay? When you're getting shelved and you haven't put out an album in 8 to 10 years, of course you're going to be watching others. Now, Scratch Off decided to talk about her Mount Rushmore for rappers in Atlanta. Not just female rappers that are known in Atlanta. She gives her Mount Rushmore. Take a listen.
Which 4 artists would be on the Mount Rushmore of Atlanta?
Me, Gucci. Let me do my Mount Rushmore. Me, Gucci. You got Future. You got Thug. Yeah. You got Savage. You got Baby. You got Migos. Damn. Ooh. Look. You got Outkast. Oh my God. I feel like I'm gonna be disrespectful if I finish that. Me and Gucci gotta be on there though. Okay. I don't give a like. Oh my God. This is disrespectful. Jeezy. Oh, if I got Gucci, I can't do Jeezy though. Me, Gucci. This is pressure. Me, Gucci. I'm gonna do my own. I'm scared. Okay. Me, Gucci, Savage, and Thug.
Now, Scratch Off will be receiving Donkey of the Day. You know damn well you should not be on no damn Mount Rushmore for Atlanta rappers. Are you dumb? Are you slow? I mean, clearly you are, because you are a side chick for 4 years, okay? You've been a side chick ever since you've been with 21 Below Average, and you continue to think that you are the hottest rapper out. But the real Mount Rushmore, okay, would be Gucci, T.I., dummy, not you. You're not going to be in it. I would give it to Thug and Future. Or, you know, even if you want to switch out one of them with Ludacris, I don't know which one, but one of them could be possibly switched out with Ludacris. But you damn sure should not be on no Mount Rushmore. And neither should 21 Below Average. Okay? Icons go on Mount Rushmores. Not one-hit wonders like you. Your only solo hit is Low Energy. Okay? Let's just be all the way 1,000. Okay? And even that was a sample. No shade. Then, you only put 21 Below Average on there because you're sleeping with him. You know he don't belong on no Mount Rushmore. Sit the fuck down. I'm so tired of you. You're just delusional. Talk about me, duh. No, not you, ho. Now, moving on from that, Queen B and Shaboozey make history. Thanks to Queen B. No shade to Shaboozey. But it has been reported that Shaboozey's A Bar song, Tipsy, ties Queen B's Texas Boredom as the longest running #1 hit by a black artist on the Hot 100 to have also reached #1 on the Hot Country Songs charts. Both did it in 2 weeks. Okay, so congratulations to Queen B and Shaboozey. But Shaboozey should really be thanking Queen B anytime he breaks a record, because Queen B gave you a look. She gave you that major cosign. No shade. If it wasn't for you working with Queen B, you would be still flopping on the chart. Let's just be completely real. Now, moving on from that, Queen B gave Kamala Harris permission to use her song Freedom for her presidential campaign, CNN reports. Okay? So they're just trying to say that basically Queen B gave Kamala Harris a cosign. That's what I took it as. But this is not a good enough cosign. Queen B, you gotta stop straddling the fence. I know you're scared because you lost some supporters, during the formation era when you got too political. But it's either you're gonna fully endorse Kamala or sit down. Don't half endorse somebody by, letting them use a song for their presidential campaign. What you need to do is the same thing Ariana and Katy, we're going to get to Katy Perry a little bit later, but the same thing other artists are doing, and post Kamala and tell people to vote for her if you really support Kamala. If you don't, you don't. I'm not saying she has to. I don't really care either way. But to me, it seems like she kind of straddling the fence. It comes off as, I want to support you, but I just can't be all for it. You know what I'm saying? I can't openly support you. I can only support you behind the scenes, because she don't want the backlash and she don't want to lose the Caucasian support she got from doing that country album. That's what it comes off as to me, because letting somebody use your song, that's great and everything, but how comes you haven't publicly endorsed Kamala like other artists have? Okay, you should be doing that. Now, I understand why she wouldn't. I'm not saying that she should if she feel like she don't need to, but I just don't think you should half-ass it. You got to fully endorse somebody, especially in a time like this. Kamala needs all the support she can possibly get. So you got to fully endorse Kamala or don't do it at all. That's all I'm saying, because it seemed like you straddling the fence. Now, Bia co-signs JT City Cinderella. She tweeted, JT, real B, real rapper, and a real friend. Slipper on Next. Congratulations to JT. Okay? Let me know if you guys would be here for a collaboration between Bia and JT. Now, I know they both were on the Queen mix to Super Freaky Girl, but that don't count. Let me know if you guys would be here for them just doing a collaboration. I would be here for it. The only thing, though, I feel like, no shade, Bia openly supporting JT, even though I do think she really F with JT. A lot of people are saying that they're only cool because they both don't like Botch and Bitter. That's what the fans are saying on social media, that Bia only cool with JT because of their disdain for Botch and Bitter. So let me know how y'all feel about that. I think she just generally likes the mixtape, though, in my opinion. So it is what it is. Moving on from that, it also has been reported that Bad News by Megan Thee Stallion has spent 75 weeks on the album chart. Pink Friday 2 only spent 31 weeks, so fans are kind of talking about that. But I'm like, what about Traumazine? I noticed one thing about the thotties. They don't want to talk about the flops. They never do, which is understandable. But let's bring up Flopazine stats. Let's bring up that. Y'all want to bring up, Good News, which is Megan's first album. Let's bring up Pink Friday, Nicki Minaj's first album. Okay? Which spent 77 weeks on the chart. And then on top of that, did 375 first week. That's one thing about the thotties, and that's why I don't respect Megan and her fan base, is because they always be selective with the stats. They never really want to talk about the flops. And my whole thing is, we cannot just ignore the other 2 albums Megan has dropped, Something for the thotties. That was another flop. Okay, no shade. And people ignored that, and called it a mixtape. Flopazine also flopped on the charts. Y'all ignored that. So I need y'all to keep the same energy, please, and talk about Megan's other albums that flop. We're not talking about Bad News. Bad News came out in 2020. Let's talk about her recent albums and how they never went number one on the charts. Never will see number one. Okay, we got to talk about that. Now, Katy endorses Ckiminaj. She posted Ckiminaj on her Instagram story playing Women's World, which kind of goes to show you what I said about the song when it came out. I said this is a song that kind of pushes that feminist narrative. I said that in my original review on the song, but it just doesn't make sense to push a feminist narrative if Dr. Puke is the producer of the song. It just don't make sense. You can't push a feminist song and have Dr. Puke be the producer of the song. But I think she's going to use this opportunity to capitalize off the song. She's going to be posting more about politics and stuff like that to try to capitalize off the Women World song, even though it's flopping. Now, it has been reported that Katy's Women's World actually debuted at number 63 on the Hot 100. They said it was supposed to debut at number 57, but it only went to number 63. Let me know if this is a bop or flop. I do still consider this a flop. You had a music video, you had radio, you had playlisting, you had the promotion, but the song wasn't that great. Okay, so I'll wait for the second single. I think the second single will be better than this one. Okay. Now, moving on from that, Musty Walker decided to preview some new music on Instagram and X. She seems to be getting a lot of praise for this snippet. Let's take a listen.
We gotta do you got $1 billion playboy, don't blow it. Look me in my eyes, I'm bored as hell, so what we doing? Take me out this
Okay, so the song sounds fire to me. This sounds like Musty Walker back to reclaim the Princess of R&B title. Okay, SZA has been taking that title, for the last 2 or 3 years, with SOS dropping, a classic album. So now Musty Walker looks like she's gearing up to put out her third studio album, and she coming back with some bangers. Okay, she coming back with some bangers. I'm here for it. I like the snippet. I think Musty Walker makes very good music. So I'm here for it. I'm hoping that, her and SZA do another collaboration. I would be here for that. The No Love collaboration, not the No Love remix. The No Love remix featuring Botch and Bitter was trash. Okay? Definitely an L. But the original No Love single that Musty Walker and SZA put out is completely fire. So I'm here for them collaborating again. And I'm here for Musty Walker coming back into the industry with some bangers. Okay? We got to give SZA her 10s. That snippet was fire. Okay, y'all know that snippet was fire. So anyway, I got some hot tea on Patreon. Link will be in the description. And have a great day.